This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading and an evidentiary video about the glyphosate that's being sprayed all over my field. This is my inner field, that's my outer field. I haven't checked the outer field yet, but this is the inner field, and this is what they've done to the inner field. And I'll do a close-up so you can see the color. It's been raining on and off all day today, and you can see it here, and then in here, and here. Here. This is not normal. This is being deliberately done, dropped onto my property. And you can see it pretty much everywhere. And I had a completely full battery, and a car drove by, and now I have a low battery message coming on. And here you go. And here. And here. I noticed that after the grass was cut last, they were waiting for the grass to be cut shorter so that they can spray these chemicals all over it. And they already did this. They got rid of all the grass here. All the grass here. Here. They're creating ruts, like they've created ruts over there. That area there, in the corner here, I had planted a vegetable garden there, fruit, vegetables, and they planted all grass seed covered over it. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And you can see here I have some little berry shrubs left, but I had berry shrubs across the entire fence line. I had pumpkins growing here and squash, zucchini, other fruit and vegetables growing here 2 years ago, and they have systematically destroyed everything that I created here and have planted grass. First it was weeds, now it's grass. No big deal, I won't be planting, I'm going to be moving. So this is where I had my 2 greenhouses. I had 2 greenhouses here. I had a huge hoop house here, and after they tore that down, I tilled this and had sunflowers growing all over here, rows and rows of sunflowers, and then they started cutting the sunflowers down and planting weeds in between them. So as you can see, there's nothing growing here. I have 1 sunflower here, and these are all the weeds that they planted. Look, do you know how many times I've raked this? This is all grass. This is not naturally developing weeds where, 1 or 2 weeds grows. They have planted weeds and crabgrass and all kinds of stuff in here, inside my strawberries, in here. Do you know how many times I've raked this up? They've planted poison ivy in here, the same thing here and here. I'm not going to plant anything else here. It takes me too much time and energy, and they have burnt. We've had nothing but rain here, but they have completely burnt out all the berry shrubs here that were growing. You can see they're all burnt. They use the directed energy weapons or torch them or whatever. And they pulled all the buds off of my fig trees. My fig tree should have been loaded with figs, but no, there's no figs because they pulled all the buds off the figs. But this is what's going on here in Jackson County, Kentucky with your tax dollars. I've spent so much time and money and effort on cultivating the land here and growing food and vegetables and greenhouses, and they've torn everything down, and my neighbors are sinister, sadistic. And so is the county lawyer and the sheriff. They're all in on it. They're an organized crime network. I've also had the last landscaper, not Tyler Allen. I had another one come. And he started off okay, and then he started getting weird. He kept asking me questions about my neighbors. You know, I told him, I said, just, make sure, just if my neighbors approach you, just don't say anything. They have been harassing me for years. But then he started asking me lots of questions about them. And I said, Leo, I've been on neighborhood boards on A&E, April 11, 2023. And he started acting weird. He didn't do exactly what he was supposed to do when he was here. He did a much better job cutting than Tyler Allen, but he didn't do the weed eating that he was supposed to do. And then he was supposed to provide me an invoice, and he sent me a text message. Not an invoice with his name, address, phone number. But just for the record, guys, if you're looking for people, I found several people on Yelp. And I will be filing complaints against 2 landscapers on Yelp. But I could not find Tyler Allen on Yelp. I couldn't find him anywhere, or his father. So it's quite possible that they were false names, or maybe they're agents. Maybe they were set up perpetrators. Maybe those are fake business cards, fake names, for all I know. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. That was just an evidentiary video of the glyphosate being poured on my grass. This is in front of my house. Here they're doing something different. They're burning the grass out here. And you can see underneath here I've got rock. It's the same thing on the hill here where they're digging it up. They're digging all the rock up, rerouting the water in patterns that didn't exist before. It's absolutely sinister. And I'm going to be posting something on the community page under a post that I want you to read. I will eventually read it on the channel when I have some time. But in the meantime, it is a JPEG image, so you can share it. Signing off for now.